Grief doesn't just break your heart, it breaks the systems that hold your life together. What a powerful statement. But today, I want to talk to you, love, about something most people don't prepare you for when it comes to grief. Yes, we know grief is painful, we know it's emotional, but what they don't tell you is this: grief doesn't just hurt, it disrupts. It disrupts your money, your friendships, your sense of direction. And if you're not careful, it can pull you into a kind of emotional quicksand that feels almost impossible to climb out of. And I know this because I've been there. And I paid deeply and dearly for not understanding just how much grief was impacting my life, not just my heart. So if you're feeling stuck or ashamed because you've been a little out of it, not quite bouncing back the way you thought you should or other people thought you should, please stay with me. I'm going to walk you through the three areas grief most commonly disrupts and give you one small but powerful step to begin healing in each. So, the first one is finances. We get into this fog of avoidance when we're grieving. So, when you're grieving, the brain literally rewires. Decision making becomes harder, time feels distorted, and suddenly, even opening a bill can feel like too much. I ignored my finances when I was deep in grief. I didn't mean to. I just, I didn't have the energy. I couldn't deal. And I missed payments. I stopped budgeting. I overspent. And the shame of it made me isolate even more. But here's what I did learn: avoiding it didn't make it go away, it made it grow and get worse. So, in this area, your healing tip from me is to choose one small financial task each day. Just one. It could be opening up yesterday's mail, reviewing just one account, maybe asking someone that you trust to look over something with you. But these small steps will help rebuild your confidence in this area and start you moving in the direction of being more responsible here. The second is social isolation. When the world keeps moving and you can't, it's a difficult place to be. And grief can make you feel like an outsider in your own life. Your friends don't know what to say, you don't know what to say, invitations slow down, you start reaching out, and before you know it, you're lonely and grieving. And that's a painful double punch. And sometimes it's not just the silence, it's also the expectations of the people in our lives to expect you to move on when you're not ready, as if nothing happened. But here's what I want you to know: your grief doesn't make you a burden, it makes you human, and the people that love and care about you will understand this. You are allowed to need support in this time, you are allowed to be seen. And yes, you're still worthy of connection and love, even in your pain. So, my healing tip for this area is reach out to one safe person and let them know you're struggling. I had friends calling all the time and checking on me out of love and care, and it was very affirming. But at some point, I just got tired of being the heavy one. I got tired of saying, no, I'm still unhappy. He's still dead. Like, I was just friggin' unhappy. It was taking me a long time. And, I just got tired of saying that over and over, and I just started lying. I started saying I was better when I wasn't. But you don't have to do that. Just say, I I'd love to hear your voice. I love you calling. I'm thankful for it. But we have to be honest about how we're feeling. And if we don't feel like talking, it's fine for a friend to just come over and sit with you. To just sit in silence is fine too. But like I said, that connection, staying connected and not being so isolated, it really starts with you being honest with what you are, where you are, and being able to share that with someone you trust. The third area is our inability to move forward. It we just get stuck in that fog, right? And this is one where I stayed the longest. I wanted to move forward in my life. I just couldn't. My energy was gone, my motivation, felt like a stranger. Like I didn't know what my motivation used to feel like. What was it when I was motivated? I just lost it. And my dreams as well. What was I dreaming for now? I was really trying to reconnect with who I used to be, but we're in a different place now. Grief changes us. And so sometimes we're so stuck in the headlights that it's hard for us even to decide what to eat. So if that's where you are, please hear me. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You are grieving. And your nervous system is trying to protect you the best way it knows how. And that is by freezing. But you don't have to stay frozen. Start giving yourself permission to stop chasing who you used to be. Grief changes you forever, but it also gives you the opportunity to rebuild in a way that's more aligned with who and where you are now. And that's what I didn't realize. I kept trying to make decisions based on who I used to be, what I was planning before the loss. But I couldn't do that. That was no longer in alignment with who I was. And so, unfortunately, I made some mistakes from making decisions from that space instead of the new space that I was in. So, your healing tip is to start your day with one grounding ritual because it's so important to be grounded in these moments so that you can reconnect with yourself from where you are now. And I just want you to give it 5 minutes a day. And that might just be some breath work. Breath work is very healing. Breath work is very effective in bringing us into the current moment. So, you can just hold your hand over your heart and just breathe deeply for those 5 minutes. You can also write in your journal. Journaling is very therapeutic for me. It's my go to when I'm stressed. And so you can simply ask yourself in your journal prompt or just in thought, what do I need right now? Because that movement has to begin with you being present for this current moment. So I created my coaching practice because no one told me this. No one warned me how easily grief could unravel my life. And I don't want that for you. You deserve support that sees the whole you, not just the pain, but the possibility. And if this spoke to you and you're ready to move forward from survival into something that's more soulful and aligned with who you are now, I would love to walk with you. So just schedule a heart to heart discovery call. It doesn't cost you anything, and the link is in the comments. And we can talk about how I might be able to help and support you through this time in your life, help you release the pain and start rebuilding a life that you can love. And remember this, even in the ruins, your life is still beautiful and it's not too late to start your healing journey. So you take care of your heart and yourself. And I will talk to you soon.